All right,
most of the time.
talk to me about edgeguarding.
So I think he can take advantage of characters with weak. Uh, I guess he could take advantage of characters with like a slow, like recovery, like landing on stage, like a Sheik or a Falcon. Like
Hmm.
they are in a lot of end leg. I
Yeah, he's
think
got his
his
this Shoryuken.
yeah, he's got the Shoryuken. If he can't kill up this, or he can't kill, then he still have options like a grab or a throw off stage again, or like an F smash or something to that extent. I think he can take really good advantage of those poor recoveries like that. He's got pretty decent tools to go off stage. I guess his only trouble is getting off stage
Okay.
and getting back. But like against Falco and Fox, you can kind of, depending on how close they are, you can just throw an aerial right in their path, and they can't really get past it unless they take a really weird angle and put themselves in a bad situation.
Yeah, and I imagine with the space animals, depending on how close they are to you
Hmm.
when they come out of like when you hit them off, you
Hmm.
might even just be able to do like take the Armada shine timing and like down air them or fair them or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Other than Edgeguard, he just has like very strong moves and moves that link into those strong moves fairly well.
Perfect.
Like aerials that are very strong and kill off the side, or his up B's very strong to kill off the top.
Okay. So I think that's great. So I think that like we have a pretty good foundation here for like setting up a game plan because I a lot of times with like underplayed characters I like to kind of work backwards a little.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe not directly backwards, but I like kind of knowing what the end goal is, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So one thing I'm noticing here is like you said that you want to like expand on your game. You want to understand why other top Luigis are that you currently don't really connect with are making some of the decisions they're making, and maybe like how that can be a source of inspiration or growth.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned defense, habits, and just how you can play a more complete game overall.
Hmm.
So with that all in mind, you've sent me some matches. We can definitely take a look at that together. I can watch you
Yeah.
play on Slippy. How do you see this time being
Sure.
productive?
I think for right now, I think looking at some VODs,
Sure.
especially the Falco VODs. I think the Falcon ones are pretty outdated, I would say. I've done quite a bit of changes in my game plan since then,
Okay.
but still, like generally, the matchup kind of goes similarly.
Perfect. So we'll start with Falco then, right?
Yeah.
So I have the friendlies versus knight. Are those the ones you were talking about?
Yeah.
Like the okay,
Yeah,
cool,
those ones.
fantastic. So I will share my screen and let me know if you can see this.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, let's lower the volume so it doesn't kill us, and let's go. So, talk to me about this one. What's the general game plan?
Um, hit Falco and kill him off like two or three hits.
Honestly,
Uh,
I love that. I would like a little
yeah.
more, but like as a
Yeah.
starting point, this is like pretty good.
Hmm.
Like I like that we're not like doing some. No, no, no. I'm actually not even being sarcastic because sometimes people come in there and they're like, I want to hit him with my footsie tools a lot, and I'm like, no, this is not no, this is not a winning game plan. Like, he's
Yeah.
Falco. We have to murder him.
Hmm.
So from here, what would you say is like what would you say he does to make this game plan difficult?
He's very good at like keeping me in disadvantage, I found. Like
Okay.
he hits me one time and then kind of puts me in a blender for like 5 seconds at a time, and I just take a bunch of damage.
Hmm. Yeah, he's got like it doesn't feel like he's doing all that much, but like it doesn't feel like you have much to work with.
Yeah. Recently, what I've been doing a lot more is using like dashback or wave dashback,
I noticed that,
and that
yeah.
seems to help quite a bit because it's like undershoot, down air, and back airs are very hard to deal with if you're not punishing them, I guess.
Yeah, so what are your tools for punishing like aerial no aerial in place or like retreat like an aerial that's meant to like catch your like approaching wave dash?
Uh, I've been trying to start doing like some run cancel down smashes because it's just like a different, slower timing. I feel like that can catch them landing.
That makes sense. You could probably
Uh,
walk potentially too, depending on
yeah.
like what your game state is. Yeah.
Dash back grabs.
That grab is so
Uh,
hard to hit on Falco anyway, and I can't imagine
mhm.
like with him like having. I can't imagine it's like easier in that situation. Can you
No.
like dash dance into aerial, or is that like just not like?
Uh, you can. It kind of puts it into a scramble situation more than anything, which I think sometimes probably you're probably better in the scramble situation than Falco sometimes. I think that's what Eddie does a lot is like he'll like throw out a short hop forward air, and if he hits it, then he gets to go to town. But if he gets hit, then it's kind of either a reset or he gets hit a couple times.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Like, so, like, let's take a look at this unfolding situation. So you've got, like, Falco, and you do a great
Hmm.
job of dashing back out of the lasers. So I'm just thinking, like, it's probably really difficult for you to, like, move in on this. Could you put, like,
Hmm.
could this be a spot where you could maybe dash forward to cover this distance? Like, is this, oh yeah, I had this. I've already saved that image, though, so it's all good. But, could we potentially, like, what are your thoughts here? I'm thinking dash forward seems appealing, but what do you
Yeah,
like?
yeah. I'm thinking like a dash forward.
And then what?
Uh, I'm thinking a jump cancel grab. Like as soon as I see this situation, because I'm a very safe distance away. I don't think he can hit me if I'm dashing at like a good timing.
Yeah, but like he can probably like we're probably not gonna reach him for like the grab though. Like you think we can grab this?
I
Like
think so. I want to say, ooh, maybe. Oh, maybe not.
yeah, I was gonna say like not a chance. Like but this is okay because
Hmm.
we're standing still this whole time, and I think part of what makes this tricky is like he hasn't really like committed to his drift yet, has he?
No.
Yeah, so like that's got to be a factor because he's up here, right? So he can
Hmm.
kind of go like he doesn't if he goes full forward, he lands like what, like around here. Why does this keep doing this? Yeah, sticky to no stick no. Stop being annoying. Okay, cool. But he probably lands like around here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like this is kind of at the edge of our downer of like our dash zone. And then if he
Hmm.
goes in place, he can kind of go here, which is what he does. And then he can probably pull back
Yeah.
like a little bit here. So this is a pretty large margin. Like that's kind of why I'm a
Hmm.
little like iffy on it.
Yeah.
What else could we do? Because I like the dash in. Like we don't have time to wave dash.
Hmm.
I think that we agree on.
Yeah. I could shield, but I don't think that gets me much of anything.
What if we crouched?
Uh,
Like when do we enter
Cloud,
crouch? Like when at what point with this green thing, where do we enter crouch here?
at the pretty much the end.
So here?
Yeah.
Okay, seems pretty good. Because like we're able
Uh,
to like hit all of his options, right?
hmm.
So
I
then,
guess the only thing about getting hit when you're in crouch kind of puts you in the blender too.
well, like I think the idea is that like we're going to try to time it. I think so that we're
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. You see what I mean? Like it's only
Yeah.
this one if he's coming full forward,
Hmm.
and I think he doesn't want to do that if he sees us dashing towards us anyway, because
Yeah.
then that's queuing for grabs. So I think he's mainly interested in defending his landing, right?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
if we think that he's gonna land somewhere between these points, then this is actually really strong.
Yeah. I think that's kind of where I've been trying to plug in the run cancel down smashes here.
Okay. And how does that like in this situation? How does that usually go?
Ooh, this would not go well because I don't get anything off of it.
Okay.
'Cause he's at such a high percent. I don't think it kills
Hmm. Yeah. No.
at
It definitely doesn't.
134.
Not at
No.
134. Um. What else could we do then?
Like an F tilt to poke him off stage.
How do we feel about? Okay. F tilt makes a lot of sense. What about like forward smash? Or is that too laggy, or like slow?
I think we could do forward smash for sure.
Because forward smash kills him, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would definitely kill him.
Okay. So that's an option. The other thing that I have is what if we just short up fared? What if we dashed canceled here and then short up fared?
Hmm. Yeah, that would be good too.
Yeah.
That probably kills him or puts him very far off stage.
Yeah. So we've got fair here. Um, like okay, ignore my terrible handwriting. But we've got like fair here. We've got down smash, and then we've also got like our forward tilt, which I think goes a little longer. And then on top of that, we've got F smash. So I think that like this point here is like an important one for us to know, know going forward, especially when he's coming up at these higher when he's coming up from these like higher trajectories. So I think that like I'm gonna give this to you, but let's try to keep an eye on that and going forward and see if we can spot any more situations where we can potentially play these better. Because yeah, it looks like we go for that's what I'd expect. That's what I basically expect generally to happen. But I think that's like kind of the problem. That's what we're trying to avoid, and we're trying to find solutions for. How did we die? He just spiked us. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can you do anything here? Like, why are you going for this side beat?
I think I was going for an edge cancel, and then he just started charging a forward smash, so I had to bail on it. But I don't think I was even close enough to get there.
My thing is more like, aren't you just gonna fall to the edge?
Yeah.
So why do we have to commit to this?
No, definitely not. Okay,
so what benefit do you think the edge cancel has over just like keeping yourself flexible?
I guess it gets me on stage.
Okay.
I don't have to find my way off the ledge again.
Okay. Is that normally a problem?
Sometimes. I think Falco can just kind of back air and place right under the platform, and it's kind of hard to get by.
Okay, that's fair. Like, we are under 100 though, so we do have like our normal stand, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this just winds up committing us unless we get the misfire. Really like that little wave dash, like how it could have like covered that. I thought that was like quite smart. It didn't quite work out, but I think it was a good move. He just happened to do the counter. Love that movement. All right, let's talk about this. So you're up here. He goes up there to chase. What's your plan when he like? So do you just usually are you just waiting for him to come down the other side, or like what's the plan here?
I have to wait for him to come down. I can't go up and challenge him, really.
Why not?
His down air is very oppressive, and I'm slow.
Okay, so you can't...
It's kind of like a Falcon thing, where like he just sits on top platform and stomps like floaties. Falco can kind of do the same thing.
Okay, so you can't go up there. Like, your full hop doesn't reach there. You don't have any hitboxes that can test this, right?
No, I can. If I do have a hitbox, it's not strong enough to, especially at 0%, to push him anywhere off the top platform without getting punished.
Okay. So the idea is that he's going to down air, right?
Yeah.
Is there a way... Like, how high does your full hop go here?
It's probably between Wispy's eyes and the top platform.
Okay, so you go...
I can pull up.
Yeah, can you actually do you have Uncle Punch?
Yeah.
Can you actually like pull it up and just like load up Dreamland with Luigi so I can see that?
Yeah.
Perfect. And yeah, just broadcast to me so I can take a look. See. Yep, I can see. Okay, gotcha. So you don't quite make it there, but you're close.
Yeah.
Could you like could you jump up towards it, and then what does your double jump back fair look like? Okay. Could you like barely land on the platform? Could you barely land on the platform?
With the
double
jump forwarder.
Yeah, the double jump fair.
I think you can short hop and then do that.
Okay, that seems pretty good. What about up air? Okay, so that doesn't work out as short hop, probably because of... Oh, it does work out as short hop.
Yeah.
So have you tried that? Have you tried that kind of approach before? Like using the jump forward, jump back motion? Because you could also like go back air the other way.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, because there's like, you can go left or right? So there's a bit of a
mix-up.
And if you get hit by down air, like back onto the ground, it's not really the end of the world, right?
No, it's not bad.
Yeah, and if you get hit onto the platform, you can probably just like ASDI down and like just down smash him after, because you don't get knocked over.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't seem so bad, but I don't know. Like what do you think?
I think that could definitely work. If he's like sitting on this side of the platform over here, I can definitely like throw something out over here.
Yeah, and like, well, if he's in the middle, you can like mix up which side you go from. Like the whole idea
Yeah,
behind
that's
this, I
true.
think, is that like you jump up and then like he has to figure out if you're going left or right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and maybe you can actually, maybe if you delay it, or like do a tighter timing, maybe you can even get like an edge cancel or something. Because you could like go do like a flyby on the left side and then like I don't know, like maybe you could like down B after. I don't know. I'm just kind of like thinking about ideas right now. I don't really know enough about him to like comment on if this will work definitively, but it's more to get your ideas going because you are the Luigi expert. Yeah, that was a thought. So, how are you finding this is going so far? Let's keep going in the match, but like, how are you finding this is going? Do you have any feedback from me? Questions, comments, concerns?
I think it's going good so far. I think definitely just the ideas for different things is the thing I struggle with the most.
Okay. Do you want to know how I came up with that idea?
Sure.
Simple. So, it has to do with the game state. Because the game state is ultimately what determines everything, because it is very oppressive and powerful. So, in this situation, I always start with your givens. So, in this spot, the givens that I have to work with is that Falco is at 0. We're at 20. It's 3-2. He's on the top platform. Like, it's basically all this stuff we can see. So in this situation, what I notice is that he's really comfortable coming down from the platform with this laser. Like there isn't really much of like a concern once he sees you here. So what this tells me is that we're not really challenging him when we go up there, because he's not afraid to come down with his slowest move.
Okay.
So then from there it's like, okay, so how can we add elements to the game, to your gameplay, that makes this harder to do? Because I think like if this is harder to do, then it's also, this becomes easier to punish because you can pick up on it. Like you don't have to just like let him do this either. So then it's just a matter of, okay, so Falco is very powerful, his down air is good, but his down air really only hits below him and slightly in front of him. So like with that in mind, how can we make it really difficult for him to know what in front of him, what below and in front of him is, and what tools do we have for like accomplishing that?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so what's another, is there another way you can think of to like address that? Now that we have that, like that in mind, what's a way that you can think of that we could address that laser? Because we do need a solution for this. How do we deal with that?
I think coming from the side platform, you could do something there. He can't really challenge you unless he jumps off top platform at you.
Okay.
If he's just sitting on top platform there.
Oh, I mean, like, now that we've established this threat, how do we deal with this laser? Because we also need, like, because from this position, let's say, like, we want to attack him, we want to set up to deal with this top platform, which means we want to be here, right? So we want to be here so we can go on either side of him. So this all, by just dealing with this by just having that top platform mix up like represented, assuming it works, assuming we can find something there, this also kind of deals with this, doesn't it, right?
Yeah.
Because the spot we want to be is also the spot that deals with this.
Yes. Okay.
How tall is Luigi? Like, if you angle your shield up, are you one of the characters who, like, makes Falco's down air unsafe or something, or no?
I'd assume so. He can tilt up pretty far.
Okay. That might be another way to, like, go about doing it, like, tilt shield up and towards him. Like, hope that the high trajectory plus, like, shield DI does the job for you. And if it doesn't, you just, like, yeah. But I do like how you're moving. Like I said, I thought your Luigi was really interesting, because I don't really see people, like, focus on trying to be, like, efficient or, like, position in center stage with him. Like, usually it feels like they're just kind of, like, zipping along, just doing, like, haymakers. This is so good money. Okay, so that one. Let's talk about this.
Yeah. This is a situation I've actually been practicing.
So what's the
If
solution?
so, I just have to hit the down air. I mistimed it a little bit.
Do you have to?
You can't just hold ledge
Why not?
or wave dash to ledge.
Why not?
I said you can.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would say that like wave dash to ledge appeals to me a lot.
Mhm.
I like it. I like it more. Why do you think I like
Yeah.
it more?
It's very safe, and you can like punish his landing if he lands on stage.
Yeah. So like what it is we have a confirm here. So like think of
Mhm.
it this way. Like let's imagine that we grab the edge here.
Okay.
Because actually this situation is more conducive to diagram. So there we go. So let's pretend that you're not actually here. Let's pretend that you are holding the edge. This is you, and this is your hand, and you have a hat. So you are here, and he's recovering upwards. What are his angles? What are his angles available? He can go straight up, right?
Yep, straight up.
Perfect. I love that. So we'll go here, and then if he does that, do we have to do anything?
No.
Can he fall to the edge? Like that, or no?
Probably.
Yeah, but we can probably react to that pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the real problem for him. Like, it's just that we can react. And if he goes, like a angle like this, then he's, like, basically crossing in front of us, right? So, like, that's easy to react to, because we just jump here and go and hit him.
Yep.
And then that leaves him with, like, the squeeze, which would be this thing.
Yeah,
let me get rid of that. Squeeze, which goes here, and then he like barely grabs it. So that one is also pretty distinct. So where do you think the reaction point is here? Like where do we when do we make our decision?
Probably about when he passes like the grass on the stage, probably. Because if he doesn't pass the grass on the stage when he hits the stage, you don't have to get off ledge.
Oh, I love that. I wasn't even thinking of that. Yo, that's sick. Okay. Yeah. That makes perfect sense, because the only time he'd do this is with this one, because the other ones... Yo, so it's not really when he passes, it's when he makes contact. Yo, that's actually so sick. And yeah, if he does one of these high ones, like if he does this one to like kind of land barely, we can just like draw, and yeah. Okay, cool. So we just drop, then go in front of him here, and back here, and then he's dead. And if he does this one, same thing, and then this one we roll.
Yes.
Okay, so this one covers this one gives us coverage on all options. So why are we going for the down air?
I think it gives us similar coverage. It's just a lot tighter.
But can't he tech it? So even if we hit it, like there's still another step.
Yeah, but if he techs it, since it's Falco, he can't up B and hit us with the fire. So you just run off and forward air him.
Couldn't he wall jump tech illusion?
He could, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's okay. Again, I'm not saying that because I'm trying to make anyone feel bad. It's just like, this is what I do.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I've ever seen that, so that's probably why I've never seen someone do that off of like a down air there.
Yeah, but you've definitely seen it like in Falco Mirror and stuff, right? If you watch matches.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So like what we're trying to find here is similarities more than differences.
Yeah.
So we're trying to think like, well, how is this situation like other situations, and how can we structure it off that? Like, how can we find things in common with it? Out of curiosity, this has always been something I'm always like not sure what to say with like Luigi. Like, how do we do these platform tech chases? Like, what's the logic here?
Ideally, what a bait told me is you can cover everything with like a short hop forward air. But the bigger the stage, the harder it is.
We could probably do better than short hop fair though, right?
Yeah, you can like do a platform tech chase and up B if they're at kill %, or you could go for another grab.
Okay. How high does his double jump go?
Luigi's?
Yeah.
It's above the top platform by quite a bit, I want to say.
Sorry, just his double jump on its own. Like if we just like yeah. Like it's like, is it in between his short hop and his full hop?
Yeah.
Okay, let me take a look. See.
Hmm. It's just a little bit shorter than your
Can you
full
can
hop.
you can you do one? Okay,
Your
so
full hop's up
it's
here.
so what if we were doing like an instant double jump? Because what I'm trying to think is like, can we get onto the platforms with like a nair or something?
Like land on the platform with an air?
Like double jump, like double jump under it, and then like fast fall onto the platform with nair.
With an air. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think a lot of
try going
I
like
think
short hop, but like as soon as you're in the air from the short hop, then do the double jump into that nair.
like the nair right away or the nair coming
Delayed and
down.
fall onto it. Like I think that
Okay.
kind of motion does like makes some amount of sense here. Maybe not with nair, but like do you see where that could be
Hmm.
beneficial? Because it's like we're falling onto it, right?
Yeah.
So we have like better like hit frames. Like
Hmm.
we have like better stun for following up. It's a low aerial instead of a high aerial for shield pressure. Like it just seems to have certain perks.
Yeah. And that.
Like it'll take some getting used to, but like that seems good.
Yeah.
That's kind
Okay.
of like a Zane. So that one's actually that's a Zane thing.
Okay.
So like what I'm getting. So are there any top players that you like to watch?
Uh, yeah. I like to watch most of them. I guess Luigi wise, I really like Jaw Raiden.
Oh yeah, he's sick. What do you like
Yeah,
most
he's.
about him?
I think he's got such a crazy good punish game,
Mm-hmm.
and everything he does like makes sense.
Okay.
Like it seems like a very solid gameplay.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you think he would like? So what are some things? Do you ever see him do motions like this as in his gameplay, or like are there certain movements that you've taken from him that you think are generally good? Like, yeah.
I think not too much, I guess. I haven't really. I think I've watched more Luigi to see what they do in matchups to see what they do that's working
Okay.
more than anything.
But like
But yeah, that definitely makes sense.
how they position themselves is a really important part of that.
Hmm.
So yeah, this is like the reason I'm asking about these kinds of questions is because it's important for us to know to like it's important for us to make sure that we're getting our ideas from multiple sources, especially if there's
Hmm.
like holes in our own thinking that like aren't filled with our current knowledge base. Because a lot of times other players are doing really good things that we can draw from.
Hmm.
Um, that said, this is a structural thing that I can definitely work with. So love this using the get up attack. You could have also just back aired,
Hmm.
but if you were like, so actually, why the get up attack over the back air?
Uh,
Like you see the back air, right?
yeah, yeah, I definitely see the back air. I guess I'm not 100% sure
Could
why.
could it be a
I
technical error?
I I think I overuse get up attack a lot
Okay. Why do you like it
when
though?
trying to edge guard. For this situation here, I think it's good against some characters, but probably not Falco and Fox. I guess it's mostly really good against Marth.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, like
But
again,
yeah,
the get up attack worked here, so I'm even willing to accept it's like a technical error. But like in this situation,
yeah, I think
after the get up attack, what do you think we could do? That's like stronger
I
than
think
this.
uh even like just a run off down air would kill him.
Yeah, we could also just keep falling into him in back air.
Yeah, that too.
Or if we grab the edge, we can probably do that still, right? We just go this
Hmm.
way.
Yeah.
Okay. I get the feeling that that is a panic. That's like a I'm afraid to go off back air.
Yeah, I feel like I'm late, and since he's probably snapping the ledge, if I drop down in back air, I just probably die.
Hmm. But do you know that? Like you're saying probably. So it's
Yeah, I guess
like
it puts me in a very bad situation.
yeah, but only if you're but you know
But
we don't
yeah,
we
only
really
if I
we
miss.
can't possibly know until it happens.
Yeah.
Like that one you were fine doing. Like what if you
Hmm.
missed?
Well, I had my double jump still.
On that note, this is actually a way that you can extend your range off stage for these kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Run off, double jump forward.
Okay.
So do you see how that would work?
Yeah.
So, because if he were over here, this wouldn't
Yeah.
get him, but this could.
Yeah.
So what do you think the difference in the ranges are? Like, where do you think the double jump works, and where do you think the runoff, like the jump off aerial works? Like, if we had to like kind of like draw lines for it.
I think right now he's at the very edge of the runoff,
Okay.
or not the runoff, the jumping from stage.
Yeah. Okay. I can believe that. So yeah, this would be like, so this zone would be jump required, like jump. And then what about, where do you think the double jump goes? Like, help me place the ruler.
It probably goes about there.
Here?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay, perfect. So like, sorry, about here. This is what we had, I think?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So then this would be double jump in this like middle zone. And that's a pretty substantial increase to range, right? Because like normally like this versus this, like this is huge, I would say. Because the other thing is like this means that there's also a point at which Falco can't make it back with his up B, right? Which is probably about here.
Yeah.
So that means it's really only this that's the question mark. So it's defining zones based on ranges. Like this is a really good way to like structure things as well. Because like once we have the information like this, and there's other factors we can do because we haven't gotten into vertical. Because like you could also make the argument that there's another, like, well, actually not the argument, like you could make the observation really that there's a vertical range to this, there's a vertical component to this as well, because you can the other, like the opposing character can also be off stage like below us, right? So if we head down here, there's going to be one down here at somewhere, I don't know where, but like maybe here, where it's like this would be like where we can fall into, like this would be like we can fall, and then other things like that. But this is a really good way of like constructing things because it helps us define what our goals are in relation to what's happening and what options we have available. Do you notice any spots when you're playing where you're uncertain of what to do? Based on like you know you're at advantage, but or like you have like there's a way to beat them, but like to like kill them, but you're just not sure what you're supposed to do because there's like a few options fighting for.
To kill them, you said?
Yeah.
I think when they're a little bit further off stage, like these spaces, and they can up B.
Okay.
Kind of pretty much just like what situation we just looked at.
Okay, so like
wow. Yeah, there's ranges where I know I can just like go out and forward air them, but I think if they're like further away, like back air could hit them.
Well, we've kind of established that in between the Firefox won't make it back, like up B won't make it back, and we can't jump off and double jump. We can't double jump aerial them. That there is just kind of like a zone that is like somewhat difficult to edge guard, right? Like that's kind of what our diagram suggests. So I guess my question would be is now that we know that that's the problem area where we're gonna have like there's gonna be a real mix up and a real like an actual order of operations. What are some things we can do to like control that area? Like here, let's grab our diagram again.
Yeah.
So like so basically you're asking what if Falco isn't recovering here but Falco's recovering here?
Yeah.
Okay, great question. So let's pretend Falco is here. Same height, same everything, but he's just there instead. And he's got a beak. So with this in mind, he's recovering in this spot, he's powering up. What are some things you can do that you could have done that you could do like in advance? And like if you have time to prep an edge guard, what are some things you could do to like make this spot, like this distance, more manageable? What are your options?
So I could grab the ledge, and that would take away his option of going to ledge.
Does it? It's only if you're on the
Well,
ledge.
yeah, not entirely,
Yeah.
but I could, yeah, go to ledge and like threaten that if they go there, I'm gonna keep holding that and they can't have it.
Yeah. So you can like go here, and then we can kind of
Mhm.
make a line, right?
Yep.
So how far? Like, so what are his options here? He can basically go like here.
Yep.
He can go here,
Mhm.
or he can go here.
Yep.
So what do we do? So how do we cover the most of those from this ledge?
Ledge. You could grab ledge,
Yeah.
and if you see he's not going to ledge, you could normal get up.
Okay.
Uh, and then if he's that far away, you could probably throw out an up tilt as he's falling down into you, and then kill him with a forward air or something.
Could you? Okay, that makes sense. Could you? Because I'm thinking of like, is there? I'm trying to think if there's a way that we can take advantage of Luigi's buoyancy.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like, so if he goes here, how do I word this? I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think of like options, but my mind's blanking. So if we do you're saying if we do standard get up, we can just like cover these two.
Yeah, typically, yeah.
Okay, but what he can still
I think
aim like
there's a
this though, like right, so he
yeah.
can hit us.
Hmm.
So we're 3 for 4, but is there a way that we can be like? But this one is a reversal, so this one's like kind of like an unhappy one.
Hmm.
Is there a way that we can kind of have it? Is there a way that you think we can kind of have it all, or at least not get reversaled? Because I think that getting reversaled is really, really rough on edge guards.
Yeah. Could you let go of ledge, double jump, and then throw out a back air?
That's what I'm thinking. Like that's kind of what where my mind went first. Like I'm thinking we like
Hmm.
fast fall and go down here,
Hmm.
and then we cover like these two coming up with like the back air. So we're kind of forming a line from here to here.
Okay.
And then like if they don't go for those, then like yeah, bear. And if they don't go for those, we still kind of have the coverage here, or we might be able to do another aerial at the top of our double jump because we're kind of
Hmm.
floaty, right? So maybe we can like up air or nair or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so like second aerial, yeah, something like that. Maybe even down B, right? Because it's like comes out
Hmm.
quickly, and then we can like cover these two. I'm just thinking something like a structure like that probably makes a lot of sense. Um,
Yeah.
I still think there's counterplay, but like we're starting to get to like much more precise angles because like then he could
Hmm.
like he has to do like this, um, like because this doesn't work, like because remember he has like a ton of these angles, right?
Yeah.
But like most of these get caught by this. It's really only this one that doesn't, and maybe this one.
Hmm.
But this one gets caught by the second aerial. So I think that this is kind of the way to like this kind of structure is what I'd go for because it just covers the
Okay.
most options and like gives you some flexibility. Um, really though, what the big perk of this though is that we're limiting risk,
Hmm.
and you can see how, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess the one thing that I'm talking about where you can die is where you like double jump back towards him and try to back air him.
Oh, so you're thinking of like
Like
going towards, like going like here.
yeah, I think that's kind of where I get a little bit mixed up is like covering where he's at right now with a like drop down back air from ledge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the really dangerous one because you're no double jump off stage and if he goes to ledge, you just don't get ledge anymore.
Okay, so maybe this is another thing that we should be defining here. Let's say we're
Yeah.
grabbing the edge. What is our range on this double jump there?
It's it's pretty far back but not very high.
So like, how describe it to me? Like in relation to the things we have on the screen, where do we
Okay.
start?
So underneath Falco right now is probably like he's too high there to hit him with the back air, so probably down a little bit. Yeah, like about right there.
And how
And
far?
probably to probably a little bit to the yeah, probably about right there.
Okay. And then this is
Or
basically like
or
this
on
is
the bottom of the ruler here.
oh bottom of the
Or on,
ruler here.
yeah, the
Okay.
bottom of the ruler.
Cool. That's fine. Glad we clarified that. That would have been because I was like, that is I do not understand Luigi.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Um, these things happen. I like working with the other people who play other characters for this reason because I learned something
Hmm.
too. So like this kind of zone, basically anything around here, more or less, right?
Yeah, it might be a little bit higher, but yeah, about right there.
Maybe like here?
Yeah.
Okay. So bear. Like, yeah. Bear DJ. I actually really like this because, yeah, what we're doing is, like, we're now, by defining all this stuff, we have a much more complete view of our edge guarding options, don't we? So, like, it's really just this zone. It's like what started as, like, and I think this is cool because what started as, like, this big mystery zone has now shrunk a lot. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's still, like, this is still hard, anything with the blue lines in it, but, like, everything else is kind of accounted for. And I think that's really, really neat, personally.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like also we can probably apply a similar structure to Fox, can't we?
Yeah.
Which means that this will work in multiple matchups, and we can kind of like use this kind of range, because the thing is, like, the only part of this that's weird is his options. Our options are actually pretty consistent across matchups. So, like, and we haven't listed some of them. Like, we could jump up here and, like, we have, like, full hop aerials and stuff. Like, we're good at covering high. So, like, this area up here is generally good for us too. But, like, the point is that all the stuff that we control is going to still be similar across different matchups. It's just, how does their recovery interact with this? That's what changes. And as for how it does that, you know, it varies. This is a deep game. It's really complicated, but yeah. Do you want to spend more time on edge guarding, or do you want to keep going, or what's your thoughts?
We can move on from edge guarding for right now. I think I understand it a lot better.
Perfect.
I think the thing I was missing is like a good drop down double jump back air can cover quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like more than what I was thinking.
And I mean, like, I'm not saying that I have it perfect in this, like, because this is just, you know, this is a plan, and plans are reductive and not always perfect by design. But you'll now have something to compare it to, so you can actually draw concrete conclusions. So, yeah, there's value in that. There's value in that too. Yeah. We have about 10-ish minutes left. So I guess what I want to ask you is, do you have any ideas on how I can do a better job with this for you going forward, if you plan to work together again, or like, how are you feeling about how this went and how things are going?
I think it went well. I think it answered some questions that I have that I probably wouldn't have thought of on my own.
Okay.
And that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Like, I don't really have too many people to share like ideas with that can bounce back answers, or even like ideas or solutions, I guess is what I'm thinking.
So I would actually challenge you on that one a little bit, because I understand that, like, you know, they don't play Luigi, they don't know the struggle. Like, I'm an S main, I get it. But at the same time, what did I say? The game is about finding, like, some of this development is about finding. Right, because Luigi is not weird enough to, like, not be subject to, like, some of the fundamental floaty ideas. Like, he's not like Jigglypuff. Like, I think that, like, Jigglypuff is actually the weirdest floaty in the game in a lot of ways, because she just doesn't obey any of their rules. Because floaties are actually really, are extremely positionally sensitive, and she just kind of isn't, because she can go anywhere. But, like, Peach, Samus, Luigi, Ice Climbers, all of them, like Kirby even, Zelda, like, they all require very, very specific stage positioning because they are slow. But because Jigglypuff has so much maneuverability, she really just doesn't have that same restriction in a lot of regards. So I think that, like, if you have floaty players in your region, or heck, even if you have, like, Marth players or something, like, they might have ideas that are, like, applicable to you in some capacity, because, yeah, like, I think that Marth, like, you know, they still have vertical recovery. Some of them, Marth has a vertical recovery. Other characters, like, it's more about finding ways in which you're similar and how you can, like, learn from each other. That's a really useful skill, because a lot of the foundational stuff, low tiers still use them. They will never know what it's like to not have, like, a working throw, though. Or, like...
Yeah. That's true.
Freaking facts. Oh, there's an interesting thought. What if, like, how about, like, for following up on platforms, is there any merit to, like just down B'ing them in midair or something? Like, jump up and, like, and down B into, like, the strong hit, maybe?
Yeah, you could. I actually really hate down B. I think it's too situational sometimes to use consistently.
Okay.
Just because you have to time it so well to get the second hit, depending on percentages, and some you just can't.
Okay, yeah. No, fair enough. But so
Mhm.
the exact situation I'm thinking of, and maybe I'm just
Mhm.
crazy. Like I've been told that before. It's fine. I won't be offended. But like, you see how when he gets popped up above these platforms, like
Yeah.
with like your launchers. So remember
Mhm.
that down smash where like you hit him above it and then he like fell onto it and you had to do that like awkward like way onto it for the tech
Yeah.
chase. I'm just thinking like, what if we just full hop and down B to stop ourselves on the platform and pop him up there?
Okay. Yeah, I definitely have seen merit from down be like tech chasing, so I
Hmm.
could definitely see that working.
Yeah, like it's just like if he's got hang time above the platform, like maybe we can use it as a way to pop up and then
Mhm.
like go for another hit. Because he's gonna land on the platform in knockdown, right? So
Yeah.
I just like weird characters and their cool stuff. But yeah, because I think that like that's another thing that would be the last thing I'd kind of comment on, like about like what we've gone over so far. Why don't you? I know that down B is definitely is situational, but it's also like a frame 6 move that stops us in the air on a character whose like
Yeah.
problem is like his that he doesn't really have much air control.
Mhm.
Is there a way that we can like use that in a spot where it's actually good? Because that seems like something kind of like
Yeah.
interesting.
The place that I found it's really useful is falling down on top of Falco. Like they're all gonna wanna up tilt you, so
Mm-hmm.
what you do is you double jump and then immediately down B. So like you change up your timing
Okay,
and you'll hit them with the down B.
nice. That makes sense. I like that.
Mhm.
So this is another thing that like I'd kind of comment on. Like we go for
Yeah.
this, but like if we strong nared him and we see he DI'd this way, where would his strong nair put him? Where would strong nair here put him?
Um, Probably close to the top platform, but I don't think it would go on the top platform.
So it'd be like over here.
Probably a little bit higher.
Yeah, like
I think it
obviously,
would
yeah.
go. I think it would go. Yeah, like up. Yeah, about where your cursor is.
Okay, so around here.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, yeah. No, I would agree with that. Like, I'm wondering if there's ever like ways that we can like go for like shuffle, like if there's ever ways, because you always do them like kind of do the nairs going up and down. Do you
Hmm.
ever try doing them like delayed or like delayed strong hits so you can fast fall, kind of like shuffles, I guess? Because
Yeah, yeah. I think that's good at like poking shields, or it's even like positive or even on shield if you do it very late.
but in these launcher situations where he's
Oh,
popped up,
okay.
like I'm thinking, can we like delay our nair so that we get the strong hit, land faster, like get this strong hit at the peak of our jump or when we're falling down, and
Hmm.
then like potentially have like be better positioned to get a combo.
Yeah, I
Like you see like that
I
kind of
definitely see
situation,
situations. Yeah.
because like you pop him up here, and then like you clearly have enough time to like get to the peak of your jump if you can hit him with
Hmm.
this. So if you nair
Yeah.
here instead and like go down, could you like pop him up and then like potentially fair him up here or something
Um,
like that? I love that you have just like
Go
everything
here.
ready to go. Oh,
There's yet at
I'm totally
70.
I'm definitely watching what you do right now. Oh,
Yeah, you could.
that seems pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
I
I
could
think you're not, I
definitely.
don't think you're hitting the fastball on that one too.
Okay, yeah, you could definitely hit him with something.
Yeah, that seems like sick.
Oh,
Oh, is he on random DI?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like that seems pretty good. Like, can you because a lot of times it happens after like down smashes. Like, what happens if you hit like lower his damage a bit, like to like 60, and then try the back hit of like just try to down smash him into it.
Uh,
Like into the into
mhm.
the short up one we were doing. Like here,
Oh, like on the way up or the way down?
on the way down, or at the peak of your jump, like go for the nair basically.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think that like that gives like that seems good, and if he goes to the side, we just combo as normal.
Yeah.
But it makes our like if they hold in route like a lot more
Hmm.
stable. It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. You could just do that? Yo, that's sick. Okay. But like, yeah, and like the weak hit is
Yeah.
good. The weak hit is
Hmm.
fine, but like I think that there's something nice about the strong hit in that it just like it's consolidating damage, but also kind of gives us a little bit more to work with more to work with up front. It gives us a
Yeah.
good like yeah, it's just a really good trajectory. Like the 90-degree straight up is such a good hit property.
Okay.
Yeah. You're having
Yeah,
fun with
I
this,
see what
aren't
you're
you?
saying. Yeah, I do like comboing
Yeah.
spacies on FD.
I mean, who doesn't, right?
Hmm.
Well, like, what human being doesn't?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this. I like what you're doing. The one other thing I'd say on the edge guarding thing we didn't really kind of bring up, though it's a thing, fireball,
Yeah.
because that's a way that we can actually like help limit, harass, and attack the options that are not captured by the rest of our diagrams. So actually, this could also give us a rationale for why we aim the fireballs higher for like prep. Because it's
Yeah.
mainly like the lower
Okay.
ones. It's in between the spots our full hop stuff and our like ledge stuff and our short hop stuff don't cover. So like yeah, you just kind of like now they have those fireballs have a bit more purpose in the greater scheme of like our overall game. Yeah. But I still I really want to see more. I really want to see more of your Luigi. Do you have like send me your does your region like have tournaments and like stream and stuff or
No streams. We have one recording set up. I'm from North Dakota.
Okay. I know nothing
It's
about American geography, but I'll assume that's like
Midwest.
like it's a deserted island. Uh,
Yeah.
is it actually that bad?
It's it's pretty bad. Like this guy I'm playing is the number one in our region. I'm number three,
It's okay.
and I have not lost a game to anyone under rank 4.
That's normal. I've been there. Um,
Yeah.
I can see why you would want to like understand like a theoretical base of the game more. Um,
Hmm. Like it has been an active scene, but it's kind of got to the point where everyone that played has moved away from like college and stuff, and now it's just a lot of really old school players kind of trapped on like a desert island of their own.
are you an old school
And
player or a new school player?
no, I'm pretty new. I
Oh.
probably started around when Slippy came out. I guess I knew how to play the game, and I started playing more around when Slippy came out.
Okay, fair enough. So how long have you been playing?
I went to my first tournament 2015, but I think I went only to like from 2015 to 2019. I only went to like 2 or 3 tournaments.
Okay, so you were around after my prime. Cool.
Hmm.
So did you know who I was? Like that I was like the theory guy before this, or
Kinda, yeah. I knew a little bit about you for sure.
okay, well, that's kind of cool. I think that what I was gonna say. One way that I think that a lot of players have one thing that I really liked about the wave dashing under people and down smashing
Hmm.
going under thing that you showed that we saw
Yep.
in like the Falcon set. What I really liked about it is that you never like lose your stance. And by that I mean is you're facing forward the whole time, so there's never a
Hmm.
cue where you telegraph that you're like doing that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it
Hmm.
also allows you to use the the dash jump wave dash, which gives you a little bit more, which like means that you're being frame efficient as well when you're advancing.
Hmm.
I think that that is something that I would strongly recommend looking into further against any character who jumps over you and then comes down with a fair to hit you out of your like
Hmm.
to hit your front.
Oh yeah, I definitely do it against Sheik a lot too.
But I'm thinking like
Yeah.
Ganondorf. I'm thinking like all of them. I'm thinking like
Oh,
I'm thinking
okay.
Ganondorf too. Like anyone who
Okay.
who fares, I would strongly recommend testing that further because the whole
Hmm.
thing about wave dash characters is that generally the rule of thumb is you fight them in their way, like you fight them either in their wave dash so you can stuff them, or you at the edge so that you can kind of like punish them as they come forward.
Yeah.
But that cross-up thing like represents a way to have threat versus the punish them as they come forward, while also having like game against the let's move back and like bait them for coming forward, because you kind of are using the same length for both of them.
Yeah.
So to me, that's kind of like, that's actually something kind of magical. So if nothing else, I strongly recommend taking a look at that further and also refining some of the concepts we looked at. If you don't mind me, remind me, what did we go over today?
A lot of edge guarding and options for that.
Uh-huh.
Falco coming from top platform.
Yeah, like
Ways we can threaten him
yeah,
for being on top platform.
We could probably apply that to most characters on top platform,
Yeah.
I think. Okay, that seems pretty good. Anything else? Any other tidbits that come to mind? If not, it's all good. It's going to be uploaded anyway.
I think those are the two really big ones that I think I took away.
Well, you know what?
For sure.
I think 2 is on the low end for today, but that's okay. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and I'm really, I'm really glad that we did this. And
Awesome.
yeah, I forget. Did you or did you get a bunch? And do we have to set up some some follow-ups, or like where did we leave that?
Yeah, every other Thursday, 6 to 7.
Perfect. Let me double check to make sure that's in my calendar, because I think I have that, but I'm going to make sure. Yep, that's what I have. Beautiful. All right, I will let you go. What should I call you, though? That's the one thing I haven't asked.
You can just call me Wyatt.
Wyatt?
Wyatt's fine. Yeah.
Oh, I've got a lot of Wyatts. That's cool.
Either way, either are fine. I will answer to both. I'm not picky.
Wyatt is fine if that's what you prefer. For me, it's KK or David, but never KirbyKaze.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, take care, Wyatt.
Yeah, you too.